So in today's video, I'm talking about how to organize your life. If you would consider yourself a messy person, maybe not on top of all the things you're doing, and just kind of unorganized in general, this is the video for you. I'm talking about all of my tips on how to stay organized and basically just get your life together. Now, I do think that organization is also pretty relative. The same thing doesn't work for everyone, but I think these tips are pretty broad and overall just kind of like up to your discretion on how you want to use them. By the way, if you are not already subscribed, make sure to go ahead and do that. I post new videos every single Saturday. So yeah, without further ado, let's get on with the video. So tip number one in your life organizing journey would be to get rid of stuff you don't need. You don't need to waste your time organizing things that you honestly could just get rid of. So before you get into this, make sure that you are purged of all the things that are not essential to your life, basically. I mean, this doesn't need to be too extreme. Just get rid of, like, for example, makeup that's expired. You don't need that. It's just taking up room. Get rid of any clothes you haven't worn in the past year and donate them. Throw away any documents or papers you don't need anymore. Honestly, just get rid of everything that you're finding that you don't really need in your life. This will just make organizing a lot easier. And personally, I just feel like when I get rid of all my stuff, I just feel a lot more organized in general. So I would definitely recommend starting off with that. My second tip is to never leave a place messy, and don't just leave things to put away later. The reason that your room is getting so messy is because you're leaving things out and eventually it's gonna pile up, obviously, right? So my solution for this is just to constantly be tidying up. Just like put things away when you use them, don't leave things on the floor for too long, and just kind of like be on top of that. This is also just a great habit to have because you won't need to do so much like deep cleaning every once in a while because you're always constantly cleaning. And it's a great way to make sure that you're staying organized. My third tip is to always make sure you are writing things down and not relying on your memory to get things done. So utilize things like calendars, sticky notes, planners, notes, things like that. For example, the calendar app on your phone is so useful. Personally, I find that having a digital calendar is so much better than a hard copy just because you can very easily add to it. It's accessible to you pretty much anywhere because it'll sync up with your computer as well. And honestly, it's just easier to maintain. So I'm always adding in like deadlines, appointments, even just like social activities. They're always in my calendar. And this has just really helped me stay on top of my game and just like not be late to things. However, if you are more of a visual person, a planner can also be a really great tool as well to act as like your calendar and also just like your daily to-do list. I've used a planner before too, and I do find it hard to keep up with, but I know some people really enjoy them, so I definitely recommend trying that out as well. Also, the Notes app on the iPhone is probably one of my favorite apps. I literally use it for everything, and I do think that a lot of people overlook all of the tools it has, basically, just like how it can be utilized to benefit you the best way. So first of all, it syncs with your phone and computer, which is really great, so I can be working on it on my phone or computer. You can also share notes with people via hotspot, text message, email, and like any other sending thing, so people can be working on the same note with you, if that makes sense. You can also make checklists, and this is how I do all of my to-do lists. I just write down whatever I need to do that day in the Notes app, make it a checklist, and then just, you know, check it off when I'm done. And you can also scan documents on the Notes app too, which is really great because I don't know how to use an actual printer to scan things, so it's great to just have it all on my phone. And speaking of helpful apps, for the past like year and a half, I've been using a money tracker app called Empower, which has also been really great for helping me stay organized financially. This isn't even sponsored or anything, I just really like this app. So not only does this make it easier to like keep track of your finances and have a better understanding of like what you're spending money on and how much money you're making versus spending, you can also categorize all your purchases so you know how much money you're spending on gas versus food versus a business expense. This has definitely made taxes for me a lot easier. So I'm pretty much checking this app like every other day to like categorize all my new purchases. So I'm pretty much always on top of it, and then once something comes around where I need that data for whatever reason, it's right there and super easy to see. And overall, I say this app just has helped me a lot stay more organized with my finances and just like bookkeeping in general. So definitely one of my top recommendations for being organized. And last but not least, my final tip is to organize your tech. I always forget to do this, and it makes it so much harder to like stay on top of things, especially because I am doing so much on my computer all the time. I have all my school stuff on there, my YouTube stuff, personal finances, things like that. Like everything is on my computer. And I think what has saved me the most is having very organized folders where everything goes into, and then subfolders as well. I'm also just constantly getting rid of files I don't need so I won't like be wasting space on my computer. Also, I always make sure to like be constantly backing up my phone and making sure everything is on the cloud just in case anything were to happen, but also just like keeps everything in sync. So make sure you're always backing up your phone and computer. And yeah, I guess those are my tips for staying organized. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel down below. I post new videos every single Saturday. And if you want to see more videos like this, be sure to let me know. And also if you have any other video requests, I would love to hear them. And one more thing before you go, I also have an Instagram and a Twitter, so go ahead and follow me on both of those. They are at Ella_Elbells. I've been working pretty hard on my Instagram lately, so I would love it if you guys would go follow me on there. I've been working super hard on my Instagram lately, so I would really appreciate it if you guys would follow me on there. And yeah, I will see you guys soon. Bye!